VC here. Hi guys. Yes, I know it's dark and it's around 8 o'clock in the morning, and I am near a bridge that they're building, under the bridge actually, that they're still building, which will be in function, I believe, if I'm not wrong, sometime mid next year or towards fall next year, something like that. And yes, I'm doing some geocaching. I found it. It's somewhere under the structure of the bridge. Now, I thought I wouldn't do a geocaching vlog, so we'll walk down and do I was going to say a decent vlog. Let me turn this thing around so that, well, actually, maybe I don't know if that's such a good idea. I will try and walk down without killing myself and still talk and hold the camera. So if I'm not looking at you, it's because I'm actually looking where I'm putting my feet, if you don't mind. Yeah. So, what to talk about today? Well, first thing, I guess, is how to put one foot ahead of each other without killing yourself. Now, what I mean is that I was looking at, or pondering at, what has been happening in different communities that we know for the last period, and thinking about how people have basically, been going at each other's throats sometimes, and frankly, some of the comments that came out were really uncalled for. Now, I'm not here right now to be judging or anything. Here, just show you now that I'm down. That's kind of nice. So I was up there. Yeah, so get back to where I was talking about, is that, well, yesterday, being at a geocaching event, and I'm not bringing geocaching just because it's geocaching, but where there was two groups, German speaking and French speaking, and there was no real tension. Excuse me, goodness sakes, I can tell it. It's cold out here right now, but not that there was any real tension, but there was very big cultural differences between the two groups. I can't get into all the details there without falling into stereotypes, but a lot of people feed into the stereotypes. Now, are you here? There's a donkey somewhere over there. I can't remember where. Yeah, so feeding into the stereotypes, and I can be just as bad as anybody, on that. Because it is so easy to feed into stereotypes. But I should be better in a way, at least in my own head, because I've been the brunt of many of those stereotypes, being a Anglophone, Francophone mix. Yeah. Well, back to, I'm jumping all over, but the fact is maybe I guess the thing is called getting along. Remember, even when people were going from YouTube migrating towards Facebook, rarely the other way around, but how we almost got offended. What are you doing going over there? And so on. Well, I'm an FBYT. Yeah, I use Facebook a lot less than YouTube. So I suppose that makes me a transgendered, I suppose. The fact is that nobody should judge me if I use Facebook or if I use YouTube. Maybe that is the right name for it. But I was looking yesterday and thinking about that. Thinking also about the fact that some people, got really offended about the way things turned out with a certain website. But I guess the main thing is trying to keep a dialogue. And that is probably the thing over here in Switzerland is most of the time the Swiss will keep that dialogue. They find the compromise. They're probably, somebody once said that nobody's ever happy here because nobody ever gets what they want. Might be some truth to that, but I think one of the truths is that everybody gets a bit at least of what they want, and nobody goes without. And the dialogue is a very important thing. And when people start throwing names and calling them, well, I'm not going to use those words, but I mean when they really, start throwing out the big guns and being impolite to the absolute maximum, no, you can't move on that way. Because it's very difficult then to start that dialogue. Because somebody's got to give way, and you know the way it is. Most people will not want to give way, or losing face, or having to admit that, yeah, I did say that. Did I mean it? Well, it's always easy to say I didn't mean it, but you did say it anyway. So what is that supposed to mean? Well, I didn't quite mean it. I don't know. I wanted to hurt you. I think that's more often what it is. But once you've hurt, you've got to heal. And I read a comment somewhere this week that words can hurt and words can heal as well. But somehow it often takes quite a few words to heal. It takes a lot of words to hurt. I mean, few words to hurt very often. Healing words coming from the same person take a lot, because you've got to see if those healing words really do create a bandage. Yeah. Great thoughts from DC on a Sunday morning, and it is a Sunday morning. I wouldn't call it a no dog vlog, this one, because I would not have brought Dago over here. But we're walking around where this bridge is going to be called the Poya Bridge, and it is part of a dialogue over here. You see, the reason this bridge is being built, it's to connect, there's the river down there, it's to connect these two parts of town. And I don't know if you can see the cathedral from here. I gotta watch out because this is a kind of a nasty road at times. Somewhere over there, it's probably just hidden by these buildings. Yeah. We've got the town hall, which you wouldn't recognize, but we'll cross the road. The cathedral is somewhere around there. But the idea, we can't see it, but the idea about this is to disengorge the town with all the extra traffic and make the people go over here. Well, of course, for some people that's a great thing, but for a lot of others, especially the storekeepers, they're saying that's all these people which are not going to be going through town. So you see, it just seems that no matter what you do, it doesn't matter if it's a bridge or trying to make a website or whatever, there always is something that will make you think that you've got to talk and dialogue. I guess a bridge is probably a pretty good example. You got to build bridges. Oh well. DC. Maybe you should go back home for breakfast now. I think I will. Okay, so I'll be DC with a completely disjointed Sunday morning no dog vlog. Take care. Bye-bye.